letting y'all know now, y'all each got one question. That's it. You can go first.
What did you think about tonight's game?
I'm very disappointed. We came out very sluggish. They just wanted it more. And now we just got to prepare for the next game, do better in practice, and that's it. In the middle.
Did you come down hard on your leg? Did it affect your game?
Yeah, it was nagging me throughout the game. I'm gonna check on my trainer, see what it is, but I'll probably be back in like a day or so. Any more? Back there?
See, you only averaged 5 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. What are you gonna do to work on your game, like moving forward?
Nice meeting y'all.
Emmanuel.
What's the deal? You got some good news for me, right?
I wish I had some good news for you. If you would have set up the game last week, we wouldn't be in this position. There was only a few minutes left.
It's that bad?
You tore your Achilles.
You mean my Achilles?
Yeah, that. I sent all your information to your agent. She should know what you should do moving forward from here.
You don't know what I should be doing? Aren't you my
Hold on,
trainer?
I'm getting a call. Hey!
Get a trainer. Help me out.
Hold on. Your agent can help you out moving forward.
Tired of this.
Yeah.
That dumb trainer didn't tell me anything about my injury. She said she sent it to you though, so what do I gotta do?
Well, since you tore your Achilles tendon, you're gonna have to get surgery.
Surgery?
You'll be in a cast for about 6 to 12 weeks. You're gonna need rest and leg elevation. And then you're gonna have to go to rehab.
Is rehab really necessary? I can't just wrap it up, put some ice on it?
No, you'll be back in the game in approximately a year.
A year? The finals are coming up. I have to play. We're gonna lose if I don't play.
If you don't get the surgery, you're not gonna be playing at all. If you're disobedient, this won't go well for you.
If you say so, I just gotta wait it out.
Hey Expand family, welcome to another youth edition of Insights and Inspirations. This week's lesson is titled The Ingredients of a Breakthrough, and it's coming from 2 Kings 5, 1 through 14. Now in our story, we have an elite basketball player, and he gets injured, and he seeks the help of a trainer, who then sends him to his own agent, who gives him some instructions he doesn't really seem like he want to follow. Now, this brings us to our text where we have a man who's seen as a great commander in his army, but he suffers from leprosy, which is a very serious disease. And God uses the prophet Elijah to heal the man and show his power. And this leads us to our text, which reads, The king of Aram had great admiration for Naaman, the commander of his army, because through him the Lord God had given Aram great victories. But though Naaman was a mighty warrior, he suffered from leprosy. Now, at this time, Aramean raiders had invaded the land of Israel, and among their captives was a young girl who had been given to Naaman's wife as a maid. One day, the girl said to her mistress, I wish my master would go to see the prophet in Samaria. He would heal him of his leprosy. So Naaman told the king what the young girl from Israel had said. So this leads me to my first point, which is we must be open to all opportunity, and we must be able to embrace opportunities no matter where they come from. Now, Naaman could have disregarded the young girl because she was a captive, but instead, no matter the role that she played, still chose to tell the king. And this brings me back to our text, which reads, Go and visit the prophet, the king of Aram told him. I will send a letter of introduction for you to take to the king of Israel. Now, everyone, you have to be desperate for God and what he's trying to say, not only say, but what he's trying to do in your life. And when you embrace him, God will order your steps. So when a problem arrives, you have to recognize that it's for spiritual growth, meaning you must have patience, which is something that can be easier said than done and a big difficulty. And you have to learn to anticipate the promises of God, because God is overseeing our situation so we can gain understanding through the situation and through our trials. This is why we should not be discouraged and why we should acknowledge Him even in the trials, because He will direct your path. So don't look at what you make seem your weakness or something that is a negative in your life, because God will use the very things that you kind of dislike about yourself, and He'll use that thing and He'll propel you to your success and to your destiny. So this brings us back to the Bible, where it reads, "So Naaman went with his horses and chariots and waited at the door of Elijah's house. But Naaman became angry and stalked away. I thought he would certainly come out to meet me," he said. "I expected him to wave his hand over the leprosy and call on the name of the Lord his God and heal me." Now, you see, Naaman was diligent in his seeking, but wanted his healing to be on his own conditions, which this leads me to my next point, which is when you seek the ingredients of a breakthrough, you have to expect opposition, and you have to expect to be placed in what we consider uncomfortable situations, which is people we don't really typically enjoy, but we can't be arrogant trying to be God in our own situation, because deliverance is never on our condition and our accord. It's always on His condition, and that's why we have to follow Him even when we disagree. And that's why we have to have our hearts open to being used by God, meaning you have to get your attitude out the way, because at the end of the day, it's not about us. And if we want what the Lord offers, we have to listen, and we got to learn how to lean on Him in these situations. So in conclusion, we must have patience in our trials. We must learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable in our trials, and learn to embrace the positive opportunities that's presented to us, and not let the pressures of life make us make decisions that, will really hurt our future. But we look to the Lord, who offers covering through our trials and ultimately deliverance. Thank you, guys.